I'm going to show you how to send pictures on Hotmail. Hotmail now runs through Outlook.com, so open your browser and go to Outlook.com. Sign in with the same Hotmail address and password you always used. Once you're in, the inbox opens with a folder list down the left side. Click New Mail at the top left of that folder panel. A blank Compose window opens on the right. If you have more than one account connected, click From, and pick the address you want the recipient to see before you type anything else. The first real field is To. Click in there and type the full recipient address, like jordan.smith@example.com. If Outlook suggests a contact as you type, make sure you choose the current address, not the old one from autocomplete. If Outlook spots a problem, it underlines the address and blocks the send until you fix it. Press Tab to move down to Subject and type something short, photos from Saturday. I attach after the subject because once the pictures are in, people forget the subject line. Then click the paperclip icon in the bottom toolbar of the Compose window. That's the Attach button. The file picker opens to the last folder you used. Navigate to the folder where the pictures actually live. If you can't tell which file is which, switch the picker to a thumbnail view so you see the image before you attach it. I always do that. If you're pulling photos off a phone, watch for HEIC files. Outlook sends them, but a Windows recipient sometimes can't open them. I convert those to JPEG before this step. Now select all the photos for this message. Hold Ctrl while you click each file, or Command on a Mac. I'll grab two, like img_4271.jpg and img_4272.jpg. Click Open when they're selected. Back in the Compose window, the thumbnails appear above the message body. Each one has the file name and size underneath, and a thin progress bar runs while the upload happens. Wait until that progress bar disappears before you send. If you hit send while it's still running, you can end up with an email that leaves without the photo. If you pick the wrong file, hover over the thumbnail and click the X in its corner. That removes just that attachment. To add more, click the paperclip again and pick the next file. Now look at the total size under the thumbnails. Outlook's attachment cap is 20 megabytes. If your photos cross that line, Outlook pushes you toward OneDrive and sends links instead of the actual files. For normal phone photos, you're fine. If the OneDrive prompt does show up, I usually split the photos into two smaller emails rather than send a link because some people won't click it. Click in the message body and type one short line like, "Here are the pictures from the trip." That is what the recipient reads above the attachments, and it makes the message look less like spam. Before you hit send, glance back at the To field. A typo there is the main reason pictures land with the wrong person. Then click Send at the top left of the Compose window. The window closes. Click Sent in the left sidebar to confirm the message actually went out. Look for the paperclip icon next to the email. That icon tells you the pictures are attached to the sent copy. Open the email and you'll see the file tiles sitting under the subject line. Click one of those tiles and a preview opens, so you can confirm the right image went along. If you ever want the picture inside the message instead of as a file, click New Mail again and look at the bottom toolbar. The picture icon sits right next to the paperclip. Click that, choose the same image, and it drops directly into the body. I use that for screenshots and logos, but not for photo batches, because inline images make the message heavy. For a big batch, skip the file picker entirely. Drag the selected files from File Explorer straight into the message body, and Outlook converts each one into an attachment. That's the fastest route when you're sending 20 vacation shots. If this helped, give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.